What's going on, guys? It's Thursday and I'm back to help you win another Forza Horizon 5 trial event. This week we have Pursuit of Perfection. It is a street racing event for any Lexus tuned A800 spec. The car I decided to use is a 2015 Lexus RCF. The tune I made for it, I'll show it on screen right now. It is called A800 Road Racing. I'll also show the share code. The reason I use this car is, frankly, it's like the only Lexus I have besides the Lexus LFA, which is also the prize for this week. And LFA, you might be able to get it down to A. I know you'd have to add a lot of weight to it and put a spoiler on and all that stuff. I'm not sure if it can even go all the way down to get into A, but I decided to use the 2015 RCF, and it proved to be pretty successful for me. It's a pretty good car. I actually kept the stock tires on it. Usually I like to add race tires or something like that, but I kept the stock tires on because they're pretty good. They're probably the equivalent to like sport tires or so on other cars. Converted to all-wheel drive, of course. Front and rear aero. I did tinker with some engine upgrades as well to kind of fill it out. And I kept the stock transmission, so the only real downside to this car, I think, is going to be the launch. Other than that, there's really not really anything negative to say about it. It handles pretty well. The only thing you have to worry about, honestly, is going to be your team and the AI, per usual. They're swerving back and forth, getting in the way, and it's like bumper cars unless you can actually get to the front. And once you get out in front, you should stay out in front. There's not a whole lot of civilian traffic, at least on the... Well, lately when I've been playing, it doesn't seem like there's very much civilian traffic in street racing in this game. If it was like Horizon 4, there's so many just traffic cars I feel like that pop up. And on 5, it doesn't feel like there's very many, so that shouldn't be too much of a factor at all. And it's not like you're driving an S2 car where it's like suddenly you're going so fast you're right there. You have plenty of time to get out of the way generally for like 800 street racing, so that shouldn't be a problem. The main thing's going to be your team and your AI that's getting in your way. But once you get out in front, you're going to stay there like I mentioned earlier. Other cars you can use, there's like an older Lexus some guy on my team had. I think it was ST300 or something like that. You can also use the 2020 RCF. Those might be the only options. I'm not entirely sure, but I definitely recommend this 2015 RCF if you already have it with this tune on it. It's a very good car. Back to what I was saying about the transmission. I've kind of come to notice I like to use the stock transmission almost any time if I can. I like to kind of sacrifice the bad launch for just the way the transmission operates. I feel like fewer gears is generally going to be better. The only exception for me not wanting to use a stock transmission is going to be if the shift time is affected. So if you have like a really old, like an older car or something, or like it'll say at the bottom if you add like a race transmission, it'll say like shift time would increase by like 0.2 of a second or something like that. That's when I will use a different transmission, but generally it seems like I'm going to be using the stock transmissions most of the time. It's kind of gotten used to them. I like the way they feel. But you can make your own tune and put like a 7-speed on or a 10-speed if you want, whatever. This car is going to be good either way, but overall I think it's a pretty formidable package. I think it's a pretty good car, and I think you will have success with it if you decide to use it. Leave a like on this video if it helped you out. Subscribe if you want more videos like this, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what car you decide to use, and if you had fun with this trial and all the other events this week. I'll see you guys next week for another trial event.